All right. I just had a quick announcement about Summit, and most of you guys already know this because you guys are going to Summit. But registration for the tracks begin on the 18th of this month. I think there is an early registration for like Success Club Legends, Elite and Premier and all that. But for the regular registration, it is set for August 18th. So I would love to kind of, you guys can access the speakers and the topics and things. I would love to do a lot of the same sessions with you guys. I enjoyed that last year. So if there's any topics that you guys are really wanting to do, just maybe post them in our team page and we can kind of decide together on ones that we can attend together if that works for you guys.
I looked through everything and everything seems very similar, just different speakers. But I mean, I guess there were a couple different things that they weren't offered, but really that's what it is, right? It's like based on speaker.
Yeah. It's funny you say that because I remember the first year I went when it was in Vegas, and then the next year in Nashville, I thought to myself too that they were all very similar topics, but just different speakers presenting that topic. Now, I definitely know that every coach does things different pertaining to certain topics, whether it's social media, inviting, that sort of thing. So I definitely can see the value of learning from other coaches and how they do things. But I think the only one that I didn't remember was the spouse one that's going to be happening. I don't remember that from last year. Okay. So that one might be beneficial for some of the coaches that need that perspective. Again, a couple of us are luckily enough have that support, but I do know I have experiences with some of my coaches that do not get that first and foremost when they begin. So, but maybe if you guys have, you've looked at different speakers and maybe you followed some of them and you enjoy the way that they present information, maybe we can kind of decide together. And I would love to kind of be with the team and do some of the sessions together.
Yeah.
So awesome. Hey, Nina. All right, let me go ahead and share screen and I will get rolling. I can find it. All right, can you guys see that? Can you just do like a thumbs up for me? Perfect. All right. Okay, so like I was saying before I started or before I recorded the call, I watched recently, and I don't know if any of you guys watched the call. It's actually every other Tuesday. The Northeast region holds a special call with different top coaches, different speakers on a variety of different topics. And I know I posted last week one about time management, and I thought that one was really good. The girl that actually did it, she is in my corporate call every week, and she is a 5-star elite coach this past year. She still works a full-time job, and works her business about 10 hours a week and really has just kind of the time management down on things. So that's definitely a call that I would recommend. But this call this past week was on social media strategies and how to, whether it be your business page, your personal page, or both, what are some strategies that you can do to really benefit reaching out to the market that you're attracting? I actually was really happy when I watched this call. A lot of this stuff I was already doing. So hopefully you guys maybe are already saying to yourself that this is something that you're doing that you can relate to. Or maybe you can implement some of the things that you maybe aren't doing already in your on your Facebook page. So tip number 1 is posting with a purpose. So on this call, she was basically saying that you don't want to just post to post. Every time that you're posting, you want to kind of go back to your mission statement as to why you're posting. Why are you posting your workout? Why are you posting this particular thing about the coaching opportunity? So what she was saying was, having these 3 guided questions. So when you're posting this particular post on social media, who in particular can benefit from what I have to offer? Who do I want to work with? And then question number 3 is, do my posts target number 1 and number 2? So for me, I know that, and this has, it's changed over time. Like, I like to post my workouts every single day, or maybe like a sweaty selfie or something, because I know that it makes me feel good. It's helped tremendously with anxiety, and I share about that. It's helped with kind of confidence booster. It's a clarity thing for me. I also try to share that I'm definitely not I love when I see people's posts of them looking all cute and sexy after workout photos. And I'm like, dang, how do you look like that after workouts? Because I don't look like that. And I try to share with people that, you know, working out it's supposed to be messy. It's supposed to be, fun, and it's supposed to make you feel good. And so that's what I try to share with people when I'm sharing with them my workouts. You want to be sure you're promoting you and who you are. So, yes, we have these great products and we have these amazing things that help us along the way, but our mission statement and our story is essentially the thing that's going to help us continue to change lives and continue to help the people that attract to each and every one of us. Okay, so I know a lot of us have like a cover banner or like a cover thing on our like page. I actually was looking at Allison's the other day, and I loved her new one because it was very clean. It was very like straight to the point. It showed somebody who was going to her like page who she was. And this was something that in the call she talked about keeping your banner simple, keeping it clean. You don't want to, and this is more so for a like page, this particular tip. You don't want to post, you don't want to have your name just Beachbody Coach so-and-so. You want to have a name that attracts people to who you are. So that would be something in your like page. You want to maybe post a bio. So for me, like if you go to my like page and you click on the banner, it kind of gives you a little bio of what my page is all about and what I offer on that like page. So the audience, in a sense, will know immediately if they can relate to you, if you are somebody that they will attract. So and if not, it's okay. It just means that maybe they can't engage with you, and maybe they're just somebody that just doesn't connect to you on the things that you can provide to other people. And this, my photo kind of got cut off here, but this is the one I have on my regular Facebook page that I've tried to kind of incorporate who I am, our team, fitness, marriage, friendship, that sort of thing. And then you can literally click on the cover photo and it kind of gives you a little bit of background on who I am. So that was something that she had recommended as well. Tip number 3. So consistency in your content and consistency in your time. We have kind of gone over this many times when it comes to consistency in your posts, but I actually have here a board in my little office area here, and it's just like a small, I don't know if you guys can see it. It's a very small banner, or not banner, but like a little calendar here that I think I got at FedEx. And I have on here all of my posts that I'm going to have for each day. So on Sundays, I usually post about like the coaching opportunity because I really try to understand. We always see people say, oh, Monday, we dread going back to work. I try to share with people the opportunity that it has done for people that have gone full time, for people like me that, have been able to create, a debt-free life, that sort of thing. And then I'll make sure that I have an idea of what I'm posting each and every day. And I write it out. I'm very visual. So I write out everything on each day and on my posts. for on this little calendar. That may work for some people. It may not. This might be too small for them. But this is something that I use when it comes to the content that I'm putting on both my like page and my regular page as well. She had talked about on the call, recommending 3 to 4 times a day. That's something that we've heard a lot. Auto scheduling on your pages, whether it's Hootsuite or another auto scheduling that you can use. You'll always see, usually, unless it's a rest day for me or I don't work out for a reason, but that's usually not the case. A workout post in the AM. It's really kind of just how I start my day, and I want people to know that it's a priority, and I make it a priority regardless. You'll see on both my like page and my regular page a mix of health and fitness, direct invites, humor, healthy recipes. I wrote motherhood. This is not me, but you can relate to a lot of us. A lot of us on our team are mothers, soon to be mothers, already have children. I think it's important to share with people in your posts things that you're failing at, things that you're struggling with, but learning to do in a comment. Maybe it's things you're struggling with your kids and how you're managing life on a daily basis. So these are just some of the things that are really good for people to be relatable and find that, you are just a normal person just like them that is making time in this business and making their health and fitness a priority. And just like I said, getting a calendar and writing down your post, kind of keeping that schedule on a daily basis and seeing how much engagement improves. You can kind of play around with it. So maybe, you post certain things on days and maybe you're not getting a lot of engagement that day. So maybe you need to move your posts. I think it also makes it easier for you to plan out your week and you're not just posting to post. I often find times that I'm just like, I don't know what to post today. So I post something and I'm not really providing value because I just was like, I have to post. So maybe finding different ideas for your calendar and writing them down, and that way you have a post already in mind that you can share on your wall or on your like page as well. Okay. Tip number 4 was creating a signature style. So what Katie had talked about on the call on Tuesday was, of course, making it a unique brand to you, making your style, your like page, your regular Facebook page, because she talked about both, your signature style. I do a lot of motivational quotes. It's something that I enjoy seeing on people's walls, especially if I'm kind of struggling or having a really off day. But I also like to provide that as encouragement for other people that go to my wall and see that motivation every day. So creating that style could be motivation. It could be different recipes you're posting. One of the 2 things that she had shared that I had never even heard of was a thing called Fiber. It's Fiberr. And you'll see a lot of times on coaches, like on their photos, they'll have like a logo of, it could be like their team logo. It could be like their name. And this is the app that they use to create this logo. So if you want to actually make, like on this recipe post here, I actually put just my website, but you'll see on some of the other, like I've seen on like Melanie Mitro, she'll put like Dream Team, or she'll actually put her name on it. And these are the Fiber, Fiberr is the logo website that she uses. The other one was Fonto, Phonto, and it allows you to have like an overlay on top of your image if that's something that you want to do. And it also gives it's yours. Like it allows, people to not take it from you. And it, they can certainly post it on their page, but it'll have your image on it. So yes.
There's also an app called Watermark. Is that like the same idea as what this is doing?
Watermark.
Let me, I think that's what it's called. Hold on. I'm typing down.
Okay.
Yeah, hold on. I'll look. I have it. And basically you can create watermarks. So after you did your picture, it's like a stamp. You guys can see this little stamp thing right there.
Okay.
So you can create as many as you want. So you can do like a watermark with like your name, a watermark with your
cool.
website, whatever, and then you just put the picture on there and you pick the one you want and it stamps it and then you can use it.
So yeah, that sounds exactly like what she was saying with Fiber, Fiber. So yeah, that sounds like another good one to use as well. Okay. Cool, thank you. All right. Tip number 5 was to give the people what they want and make their opinion heard. So, oftentimes, you'll want to ask like engagement, opinion questions. Maybe it's about, we're getting ready to go into Summit. So maybe on your like page, you would post, I see a lot of people ask about like their nails, their different hairstyles, bathing suits, different dresses. This one was from last year. These two, I actually bought them both. There wasn't a, and different engagement questions on what you like. You'll see people with like Stitch Fix and different things. And it has nothing to do with Beachbody, but it just gives them an option to have their voice heard. And the thing is like, you can just start conversations with them about dresses and things. And, but again, it gives you that engagement on your wall in hopes that they're going to still continue to come back and develop that relationship with you. The other thing that's so important is don't post an engagement question and then leave. Once you post that, you're probably going to start getting responses and comments and things after you post that opinion question or engagement question. So engage with them and start asking them questions. What did you like about that dress? Or what did you like about that hairstyle? I was thinking of going with this one, and just start, engaging with them. But make sure you don't post this post and engagement and then leave with all these people, responding to you. Okay, so tip number 6 was that videos matter. Videos are another really good social media strategy to use. And I love, a lot of people are using like the live videos now. I have not done one yet. I've been loving Nina's. Nina's have been amazing, just to kind of show that it's a live action shot. You're looking at somebody maybe doing their workout moves or sharing something that they want to talk about that day. I do a lot of like workout move of the day sort of thing. One of the things she shared was that when you upload, I guess you have to upload your video directly to Facebook, because if you take a video from like YouTube, the amount of engagement or the amount of people that see it is much less. I don't know what the reason is. I think maybe Facebook is like, nope, you need to upload directly to our site. And I guess it's just something that they have for whatever reason. It's just a rule that they have. So that is something to remember when you are uploading videos. I often like to use iMovie. The other issue with that though is you can't use music unless you pay outside of that. So but I often either will keep the music on that's in the background of the workouts, or I'll keep it silent for them to kind of use it to their imagination, to see like my facial expressions, to see kind of what's really happening in that workout. And for those that have kids and have pets and have craziness going on in their life, show that in your videos. People want to see that, your life as a busy mom, as a working mom, toddlers running around everywhere, pets running around. It reveals who you are as a person and how you still get it done and make it a priority. Show workout moves in your videos, show them what it is, tell them, maybe have them share it with a friend. And she did suggest to do this 2 to 3 times a week. So if you're not doing, that many videos, maybe start to do, more videos on your like page and, see how much engagement, you get out of that. Okay.
Sorry, it's me again.
Yeah, of course.
Sorry. Why can't you use music with iMovie? I've always used the music.
When you get when you post it, does it come back with a
It did one time, but then I appealed it and it went through.
Well, so I have done that too, but for whatever reason, there's something with like I think what she was referring to in the call was like using not the whatever the music is on there, but like actual songs.
Oh, okay.
Is what she was referring to.
Okay, because when it gives you choices, why wouldn't it give you choices if you couldn't use them?
Yeah, I think she was referring to like
music
lyrics.
Okay.
Yeah,
right.
Rather than just like the different options that they have on the app.
Okay.
Okay, so this was tip number 7 was watch other pages. So if you go into your like page, you can look at the trends of your like notifications, and maybe a post that you've done got more engagement than others. You can also see what other people are liking. So you can go in and see maybe like why another like a top coach or somebody like why they were getting so much likes and traction. And you can do that by looking at trends on your like page. So I can certainly, after I finish these slides, I can certainly show you where to find that on your like page. And you can kind of see like the graphs that you can see of where like there is different engagement. Maybe you're not getting a lot of engagement on a certain post, and what you can kind of see what's working and what's not. And I'll show you guys where to find that once I go through these slides here. Okay, so if you watch other Beachbody coaches, you can see what posts are doing really well on their page and what's not doing really well. It may help you create ideas that, again, may work on your page and may not, because, what's working for them may not work for you and vice versa. Okay. Tip number 8 is sharing. Shareable content that reveals what your page is all about. So, you want to find posts and content that are what we call scroll stoppers. So for us, like when we're constantly scrolling Facebook or constantly looking at Instagram and we stop and that, we're like, oh, that's a really good post. That's considered a scroll stopper. So what she had recommended was, those are the types of posts and content that you want to incorporate in your content and in your page. And you can also certainly find other content in other social media outlets, Pinterest, Instagram. What she had recommended was when you find these scroll stoppers, save it, store it in a file on your desktop and post ideas, put a file together. And, maybe, the next few weeks when you're struggling to find a post, you can go back to that and you can make it your own. But that way, when you find a post and you're maybe not ready to post about it or, relate to it that day, you can certainly save it in a file on your desktop and, keep it for a time that is more handy or more works for you that day. All right. Tip number 9 is be accessible. Again, I touched on this, with the engagement and opinions. Don't post and run when you're doing an invite, when you're talking to people. Make sure you're interacting with them. If someone comments, that they're interested, reply back or say, hey, I'll private message you, and get back to them. make sure that you are accessible to them. Where can they find you? Where can they access you on your blog? Do you have a blog that, is more convenient for them? Do you have a web page that, so are you clear with them on how they can get in contact with you? Email, private message, be specific, especially when you are asking those engagement questions about coaching and, challenges that you have going on. Make sure that you are making it clear to them that they know where to reach you. And the last one, tip number 9 was make sure that you are being unapologetically you. And basically that your page and your like page represents what you stand for and what matters to you in this world. Be true to you, what you stand for. This actually stood out to me because this is something that I'm not like either. This is from Katie Ersta. She's like, you're never going to see me post about how to put on makeup, how to do hair, because that's just not who she is. And for me, that I certainly can relate to that because I've never been a girly girl, just something, I don't relate to on that level. So, making sure that your posts go beyond, and, you have to be relatable in what you're sharing on your pages. Take ownership of that and don't back down. Make sure that you are standing up for every single thing that you believe in. And, if people aren't liking what you're sharing and aren't liking what you're posting about, then they just they're not on that connection level with you, and they're not going to relate to you. And that's okay. They can find somebody else that can relate to them on their level. I did create a little quick call to action here. And so this was actually something that Katie Hefner did on one of her calls about creating your target ideal customer. If you've already done this, great. But for those that still aren't quite sure kind of what their target brand is, this would be something great to do to kind of say, okay, well, this is somebody that I would like to work with, and I, would feel would really do well on our team and that sort of thing. So create your target ideal customer. And then the other 2 things were create an outline of what to post and when to post on a monthly basis. So what I kind of showed you with the calendar. If you already have a system in place, that's perfectly fine. This is something that I've been doing and kind of writing down, so I have an idea of what I need to post on a daily basis for the month of April. And then consistency, staying true to your calendar or staying true to the system that you've put in place for your post on social media. I think that's it. If you guys have any questions, feel free to unmute yourself. And then I can also go ahead and show you the like page or the like page trending thing that I was talking about. All right. Do you guys have any questions? No? Okay. Let's see here. All right, so let's see if I can find it. Okay, so you would go to Insights on your team page or like page here. Oh, this is what I was telling you guys about. Like, you can create like a little bio on your cover photo. So like if somebody were to just click, well, it was there. Yeah, you could click and they can kind of read a little bit about it. You can share with them your website. Were you going to say something, Allison?
Yeah, how do you do that? Does it tell you how to do that?
To create like a little
the bio and have it on there.
I think I just did like I clicked on the cover photo and I was able to just type in
Okay.
a little bit of information, and then for whatever reason, it just shows up. Like
Okay,
when you just
cool.
click, when you put your mouser on there.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. All right. So insights is where I believe you go. Yeah. It's so funny. Like I have a like page and I've gotten a little bit of engagement. I do some boosting. I do some, I pay a little bit, but not a lot, just because I still haven't gotten a lot of success with my like page. But you can see, let's see here. Okay. So like, and this may be a helpful tool for you. It may not. This just kind of shows you your likes for certain pages, how many people you reached, your post engagement, your videos from, whichever dates that you've had. You can click here. This actually shows you the organic, which means that I didn't pay for it. And the paid is the boosted that I paid for, that gets more likes, gets more, but I have not had a lot of success, to be perfectly honest, even with the boost. Like I haven't gotten a lot of engagement and interaction other than a few likes here and there. So I've kind of played around with it, but I haven't done as much with the boost. I'm really just trying to be consistent on that page and making sure that I'm posting on a regular basis, and just to kind of hopefully branch out to new people that I can relate with and can hopefully develop new relationships with. And then here as well, these are the videos that I've done. It just kind of shows you how many people it's reached. The one thing I don't like about it is like, it doesn't tell me who it was, like who looked at it, that sort of thing, which would be really helpful. I remember asking that in a training, and they said that was something you can't do, which kind of stinks. But I obviously do think that videos are really successful. I think a lot of people like showing you moves of the day and that sort of thing. I think it's really helpful to people. And when you see a lot of engagement like that on your page, that people are watching you, and people, it's something that, hopefully should continue, because you're getting a lot of traction on your page. I think that was it. Do you guys have any other questions? I know it's getting late. I'm sorry. I was trying to get it done in a half hour. There we go. All right. Any questions, guys? Any concerns? I feel like April has started off on a good, I think a lot of us have we're at SC2, SC4, adding new coaches. And I know I start to see in a little bit in the second quarter, like I was talking about earlier, just a little bit of quietness with some coaches. And I'm seeing a lot of people really start to see some good engagement. So I don't know if you're seeing that with your teams, or if you're experiencing that just kind of in your own business or what.